There it is, Permanente Brothers Bar and Grill. Sorry, Permanente, said it wrong.
If you were really sorry, then you would have cleaned it up in post with a proper voiceover.
We sat here, I believe, with the boys.
Hey Ken, judging by the way Carol is dressed, this is just like hanging with the boys. So, you can see the misery on Carol's face when Ken makes an unfunny joke about her not getting enough booze. He must be a real barrel of monkeys to be around.
Drink, 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 donate. E-beggar. Drink, booze hound. Drink, 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 donate. E-beggar. Drink, booze hound. Drink, 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 donate. E-beggar. Drink, happy birthday, booze hound. Hack, e-beggar. I'm gonna ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off. Donate. E-beggar. Donate. E-beggar. Donate. E-beggar. Gravy train. I'm not Muslim. I'm just a
food channel that's running out of ideas.
In the meantime, let's watch some TikTok. On my TikTok, white Canadian. On my TikTok, white. On my TikTok, white Canadian. On my TikTok, white. I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian white guy. Hitler flap. Thank you very much. White guy. Because I'm white. So the Japanese are horrible people. If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face. I'm gonna ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off. I think I've stalled. If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face. Bitch. I did the uncut raw videos. Whether we win or lose, we drink booze. A British peanut. I have zero knowledge. I'm very uneducated. Is this your full-time job? Yes. This is a business. Topper's Pizza. This is a business. Topper's Pizza. That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit. Do you enjoy doing food reviews as much, or are you bored? I'm bored! I only promote things that I like. The Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, my Jackery, the 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 Jackery's working its butt off. Blue Eddie, this thing is absolutely amazing. Call me a sellout. Screw off. Tangy. 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 I'm insane. Double.
How can I help you?
Hi, can I get a medium Pepsi, please?
Sorry?
Medium Pepsi.
There's a sign here saying turtles.
Oh,
Yep, yeah.
oh, this is my car.
We're gonna do it. Here we go. Ready?
Oh no. It's totally messy, but the idea is you keep it in the wrapper.
I know. I want people to see it.
Well, he wanted to eat this in the car. So I think we could have, no? It would have rocked my car.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian Hitler flap. See what I mean? Hitler flap. Thank you very much. Because I'm white. The Chinese are horrible, so the Japanese are horrible people. Fuck. Shit. Beautiful looking lunch.
You are good at describing food.
You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that. How else to fix this? You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that.
This is the dumpster that your mom and I found you in. Your real name was going to be called Waste Management. Yeah, I made more fucking money than you ever did.
All you do is eat all day. That's why I love on the show. A couch potato.
Don't see it at all. It's none of their business.
Remember that. because it only takes one moment during a long, boring live stream to find out what people really think about you. To them, the fans are just money.
I'm going to do the capicola and cheese.
Okay.
Really, Ken? You're going to do that? When I thought what you were doing for the past 3 years was intermittent fasting, and here it is, the middle of the day, and you're stuffing yourself. Oh, that's right, the intermittent fasting. You weren't doing it, and you aren't.
And then go on that rail car thing. What's it called?
I can't pronounce it.
Now, if you're a child, don't fucking watch this.
Funny how this sounds and feels like an old episode of that TV show, The Odd Couple. Thing is, with that show, one guy was a slob, the other guy was a neat freak. They both were likable, and when it comes to Ken and Carol, they're both slobs, they live in a shithole, and neither one of them is likable.
There it is, Permanente Brothers Bar and Grill. Sorry, Permanente, said it wrong.
If you were really sorry, then you would have cleaned it up in post with a proper voiceover. Lazy Ken at it again.
For those of you who don't know, this is Market Square. They often have market stuff set up here.
Did everybody get that? In Market Square, they have market stuff set up. Thanks, Ken. Would you just shut up and get in there and start filling yourself with bread and beer? Thanks.
I'm not sure which days. If you're from Pittsburgh, let us know if there's specific days of the week that people set up here. Is it just Saturdays? It only happens during the summer times, warmer weather. This is beautiful weather. We should have it set up now. Welcome. Please wait.
Guys, you've never seen Robert.
Thank you. Last time we were here it was packed. Now it's empty. So we sat here, I believe, with the boys.
Hey, Ken. Judging by the way Carol is dressed, this is just like hanging with the boys. And we know that things won't change, because if Ken tells Carol, I want you to dress better, she's going to say, blow it out your ass. Oh, these two are terrible.
Any recommendations?
Yes, and it was, if you put that camera on me, I'm going to have the bouncer eject you into the street. So don't do that.
I mean, are you looking
And
for
local beer?
Alcohol? Yeah. So Icy Light, Iron City. One's a light lager. One's our light beer. East End Big Hop if you like IPAs.
I'm not an IPA guy. More lager?
I guess the Yingling.
Okay, Yingling.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Check how way too abrupt and short that edit was. Ken is losing it. I'm going to play that a bunch of times because it's so tiny so you guys appreciate how bad the work is.
Okay, Yingling.
Okay.
What'd you get? No. Okay, Yingling.
Okay.
What'd you get? No. Okay, Yingling.
Okay.
What'd you get? No. Okay, Yingling.
Okay.
What'd you get? Did you get a double?
We have known Ken's channel for years, and he incorporates booze into pretty much everything he does. Ken is never without alcohol, up to and including his terms of service breaking, dangerous binge drinking live streams. So, you can see the misery on Carol's face when Ken makes an unfunny joke about her not getting enough booze. He must be a real barrel of monkeys to be around.
So these are all the originals. The Reuben. Wow. Tall boys. So let us know in the comments below what is your favorite thing at Permanente Brothers. I might do the original pastrami and cheese, but we'll have to wait and see. Cheers to Pittsburgh. Let me know what it tastes like.
Ken is going to tell her what it tastes like by asking a question. Is it good? And she replies with, mm-hmm. They are retired. Ken does this as a weird, low-effort hobby, which allows him to eat on camera and write it off. Carol is not a performer and is not interested in being one, so she's never going to improve, and that's it. And she has no love for the fans. Remember what she said during that live stream. Here.
We can't say that when we're live.
Don't say it at all. It's none of their business.
Remember that. Because it only takes one moment during a long, boring live stream to find out what people really think about you. To them, the fans are just money. and they don't need the money if they keep asking for it because stupid people keep giving it to them. Ken has told us way too much over the years, yet at the same time he lies, and oh yes, he's changed that. It used to say Ken Domik, then it said Carol and Ken, and now it's just KBD Productions, and it's changed, yet he still makes the same plea that he's barely getting by. And Carol is a multimillionaire. You know, not like 20 million. It's like, 2, 3, a little more. And they have no moral right to be asking for money and accepting it. And the thing with Carol is she is not the one that says give us the money, yet she says thanks for the support every now and then. And she's an enabler who should not be participating with Ken asking for support all the time. They're just bad people.
So,
now we get back to this, and before we do, I just want to reiterate, Carol's got like a minimum 2 from her half of that. It could be a little more. It's like it's a minimum 2, could be 3, right? Minimum 2. And she is not interested in providing flowery descriptions for food and drink, and they're just putting it on camera so they can write it off.
is it good? All right.
Stylish sandwich in general is what we're known for, right? But capicola and pastrami, those are the two I always recommend.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything with spice is really good because the coleslaw is made with vinegar, so the vinegar and the spiciness are really, really good. Capicola, it's like a spiced ham.
So I'm going to do the capicola and cheese.
Okay.
Really, Ken? You're going to do that? When I thought what you were doing for the past 3 years was intermittent fasting, and here it is, the middle of the day, and you're stuffing yourself. Oh, that's right, the intermittent fasting. You weren't doing it, and you aren't.
And then, look at that. It comes in a wrapper. I guess a couple sheets of wax paper. Look at yours. Yours is huge, man. Oh, that's right. The fries are on it.
I was gonna say, where's the fries?
I'm like, look. It's funny. I actually turned mine around, thinking the fries were on the other side. Because I completely forgot they put fries on their sandwich. And as I turned around, I'm like, they chipped me out. I didn't get any fries. Oh, here we go. So Carol gets to go first. She's never eaten here before. Okay. So look at the size of that sandwich. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Pastrami, coleslaw, tomato.
Ken is just about to say, unbelievable how thick that sandwich is. Do it. So the sandwich is big, right? And Carol is gonna get at it. And Ken edits out the big bite from Carol. He doesn't let us have it. I mean, you would think that for a food channel, or, this fake van life thing they're doing, it's like, here's the big sandwich. Oh, wow, do it. And he edits it out because of the way Carol eats.
Unbelievable how thick that sandwich is.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
And that was pastrami, you said, right? Mm-hmm. And that pastrami. Wow.
Yeah. It looks like bacon.
Pretty neat experience, eh?
Yeah.
That's why that's why they're so famous. It's because these sandwiches are crazy.
Ken is just about to say, the bread smells so fresh and fresh. He has no words to work with. And then when he's pulling a sandwich apart, there's a little bit of resistance from the cheese. And he does it again with this cheese pull. He does not understand what a real cheese pull is. He doesn't want to do it the right way. And anyway, that's just garbage content.
Oh, the bread smells so fresh and fresh. Oh, here we go. Cheese pull. Wow. See the steam? My goodness. Look at that. Cheers.
Ken is doing worse than just treading water and going nowhere. He's traveling backwards. So he has to go back to this like an old Polaroid Instamatic camera or whatever it is. And it doesn't matter, what food he's got, because the pose that he makes is always the same. It's not influenced by whatever food he's got. He just makes that same dumb face for every bit of food that he wants to say, like, oh, wow. I mean, he couldn't care less one way or the other. It's just like, pretend like it's super amazing, and you get to write it off, and you don't get any worthwhile descriptions from him the same.
much food. I missed the top slice of bread. Look how fresh that is. Oh, it smells so good. Let us know in the comments below if you've eaten here. And what is your favorite sandwich?
The odds that Ken's audience has the disposable income to travel for the sake of sandwiches are slim to none. And Slim just left town. That's an old joke. I like it. Anyway, and Ken doesn't care what your favorite sandwich is because he doesn't, chat. And the only time he ever puts a comment is like, awesome, thank you. It's just copy and paste, copy and paste. He doesn't care what your favorite sandwich is from anywhere either.
We're going to eat all this.
The next thing Ken is going to say is, we're going to go on that rail car thing. And he asks Carol, what's it called? And she groans, I can't pronounce it. And I'm telling you ahead of time because as soon as she finishes saying I can't pronounce it, then Ken cuts it. And it goes by so quick that I wanted to tell you before it comes. So here it is, one more time. I'm just going to roll over it. We're going to go on that rail car thing. What's it called? I can't pronounce it. These two are jackasses, yet they're a good match for each other.
And then go on that rail car thing. What's it called?
I can't pronounce it.
Oh, what is it again? They call it the incline.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll take you over and show you. Killer. So lunch here came to $39. Not bad.
It is better than that. It is pretty dang good. That, considering the worthless food review that these two dummies just did, because they did it on camera while eating, they get to write it off. That's the nice price.
So lunch was amazing. I totally recommend.
Did everyone get that? Ken Domik totally recommends it, which is very important to get his recommendation from a food reviewer who doesn't know anything about food, except to go to big chains, eat chicken sandwiches, and say for all of them, go out and get it now. Plus. And as a bit of an afterthought, Carol says, it was very tasty. And then they cut. Like, if you go to any place that's charging a lot of money for sandwiches, you don't need Ken Domik to tell you that the sandwiches are good.
And I think a lot of people recommended us to go there. So what were you going to say? I'm going to go check out where the waterfront is and then do the incline. There's a thing called something, it starts with a D. $2.50 one way, so $10 to get up and down. There's some very old photos of this area. Oh, there's the incline car right there. Yeah. That's before any of the buildings were there.
Okay. $10 for two.
Yeah. Thank you. There we go. Oh, very cool. That's neat, eh?
Years and years of mediocre video production, and even being with Ken. This here is the most that she can bring to the table. Waving at the camera. It is what it is. It's boring. I mean, I don't know. What do we do? Like, I think I might play with the sound settings. Because, I use the special graphics. This is vlog channel garbage, and Ken is giving us, these two are sleepwalking through this. And just, make sure you eat on camera, write it off, and, even me reacting to it, it's like, yeah, I already said that. Okay, let's just plow forward.
When there's nice days, like the holidays, there's an hour wait to get into the incline.
Right.
Okay, Let's play with the sound settings. Maybe that will make a mockery of it in some way, because I don't know what else to do with this.
You guys just have a... Lots of history. Oh, there you go. That's when it flooded. Oh my gosh. Whole city's underwater. 1936. Oh, okay, so there's not flooded.
My feeling for a reaction towards material that is especially boring is that we should suffer through it. Yet I think we've appreciated more than enough of this. So let's just fast forward, get to where they're eating again, and then, you know, get this over with.
Have a couple tacos. Awesome menu. Definitely start with a nice draft beer.
Get right back into the booze, Ken. Just make sure that you do it all on camera so that you can write it off. And it doesn't matter how bad the footage is, as you're going to shoot the majority of this in the dark. Mumbling turtle in the dark.
Cocktails, wine, tequila. I'm gonna do the 2 of the Baja shrimp.
We have exactly 2 minutes of footage left, and at the end of this, Ken drives it off a cliff just like he did with part 1, and we are going to get, I think, the fastest sort of excuse for a food review or a general comment that these 2 clowns have ever done. There's just no energy, that they're not interested in pleasing the audience. When Carol's eating her food, she doesn't even look at the camera. Just terrible stuff. And only like it's like one moment where the lights are on, and then the rest is all in the dark, and then they are out of there. It's well, let's stop talking. We got 2 minutes. Let's just finish this.
Please. And so you said you're doing the pollo? Yeah. And the al pastor. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Check that out. Nice. Carol's first Bakersfield taco. Dousing the taco with the lime. Roll it. Eat it. It's so good.
So the way Ken introduces the item is, check that out. Nice. When Carol is getting to it, roll it, eat it. So good. And she didn't even eat weird for this time. And she's not looking at the audience. She's just having her food and could care less that, you know, he's shooting it for the channel. Like, she just doesn't care. And it was so fast, and they're pretty much almost completely done. And good enough to write it off.
Pretty good, eh? Gotta love their stuff. Baja shrimp. Lime 1. Lime 2. Oh, the lime smells so good. best taco here.
Spicy?
Crunchy shrimp.
They are done. What did Ken have to do? That's the best taco here. How do you know? Did you eat every taco? Did you even, like, take a bite and, like, you know, put in a huge order? It's like, okay, a bite of this. That might have made him feel sick. At least that would have been something for his audience. If he would have, like, ordered, like, 15 tacos or, like, even 10, whatever they have, and take a bite from each, he could still write it all off. And then he could say, this is the best. So he gets one, and then it's like, this is the best one. And that's, how? How do you justify that? Then they are done. Gone.
How does Bakersfield?
That is all Ken has to do. How was Bakersfield? It was good. Done. Ka-ding! There's the bill. Which, by the way, he's doing for Revenue Canada. And just as long as he's typing it in there, I figure, okay, let me take like 2 more minutes and let everybody know what it costs, like everywhere else. Like as if somebody's in Japan and saying, you know, I really want to plan a trip there because this guy that doesn't know anything about food and didn't try all the tacos and just said that one was the best is good enough. You know, especially because he just eats chicken sandwiches all the rest of the time and gives them all like amazing reviews. I'm going to go plan a trip to go, like as if. And that's all he has to do. And she says everything is good because it's like, you know, it's either she says that or nothing. It's like, you know, don't bother me with it. Well, I have to ask you. Yeah, it's good, okay? It's good. Enough. And it's written off.
I love Bakersfield. Our tacos are great. I think Carol gave me a bite of her, I can't remember what it was called. It was the one with...
It is also amazing that Ken can't even remember what it was. He got the name of the item off the bill later on. And great job on the intermittent fasting. So that was at least 2 meals in one day. And there was booze with each one of them. Yeah. Intermittent fasting with Ken Domik.
Pineapple in it? Yeah. I would get that again, 100%. But I love my Baja shrimp. And you, Carol, tried it?
Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay, which is, Carol doesn't eat shrimp, so. All right, let's get the van and go find a parking spot. See. No tickets. All right, let's go to Cracker Barrel.
And he drives it off a cliff, just like the first one. These are so bad that he should have just taken all the footage and made one decent episode that was even halfway entertaining, even for his own silly fans, instead of doing a part 1, 2, and 3 of this garbage. Like, check that out! Eat it! That's it? It's weak even for him. I mean, this could be weak even for the vlog channel. Anyway, we've had our fun with it, and he doesn't even put anything at the end to remind you how cool you are if you give him your money that he doesn't need or deserve. Not even like a little story, just drove it off a cliff. And what we got to do is appreciate just how bad this material is. So that's like the positive aspect of driving through a Ken episode this bad. And that is it!
Is that it? That's it.
British peanut.
Double.
That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit.
White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people.
Tangy.